All right, Truth Serum Nation. How's everybody doing tonight? First and foremost, thank you, everybody that supports the channel in every way. We reached the milestone 1,000 subs, and we're moving on. Stage one is completed. So I'm doing uh, I'm doing this show because it seems like I do them early, I do them haphazardly, and some of the people in the different time zones don't get to catch me live. So it's a good excuse for me to do two videos in one day. So go get yourself a coffee, maybe a mixed drink, a water, soda. Come hang out with the Truth Serum. I appreciate your company. You see the thumbnail says uh, Niagara Falls, New York versus Niagara Falls, Canada. Like in what aspect? Pertaining to what? Uh, I should wait for some people to come in here first, but that could take forever. Maybe there's nobody available at this time. So all I need is one person to come in. But I've talked to myself on many videos, so it's nothing new to me. But I like to chop things up. I like to be a little entertaining. I like to tell stories. I like live chat. I like the community. So that's kind of like my niche here at the Truth Serum. Like to tell jokes, and we like loose, nice community. Julian Zimmerman, what's going on, brother? Where you from, my man? You got a channel? I'm doing a double header today, but I got the 1,000 subs, and just trying to move on from there. Stage one. Just keep the train going. So you would think, it's Niagara Falls, New York versus, Niagara Falls, Canada. Uh, when I was running around with the wise guys, they had a club in the falls. Oh, okay. That's cool. Pittsburgh. I got viewers from Pittsburgh. I like Pittsburgh. I like everybody. That's cool. And they had the wise guys had the club in Niagara Falls, New York. It was kind of beat up back then, decades ago, and it's still just a complete dump. It's got one of the seven wonders of the world, and it's run down. It's all depressed area. Even Seneca, Niagara, across the street, it's all depressed area. Like, who's been in charge of the Chamber of Commerce for all these decades? They're just like these slanted officials and these councilmen, whoever they are, that they just probably do backdoor deals and just keep everything in that socio-economic thing, Hey, Mario Mendez, good. I caught you, man. Uh, so now when you cross the border, it's all lit up, action, everything, Mr. Farmer. And you just cross the bridge, and it's like entering another planet. And the American side of the falls is supposed to have the better view. So you could get tons of tourists to come in and out of there in cars and buses, but then they ship them right back out. They can't keep a tourist on site there. As opposed to Canada, that has the restaurants, the bars, the nightclubs. It's like Toronto, Niagara Falls, Canada. That shows you how New York State politics are. It just shows you how it's a no-brainer, and they can mess that up. They mess it up. That whole city of Niagara Falls, New York is just a depressed dump. You got one of the seven wonders of the world. The roads should be paved in gold. There should be commerce and activity and hustle and bustle, everything else. How do they do that wrong? Hey, Bob Ross, how's it going? Julian, well, you could talk the politics of the country's politics, but just water it down to just the casino and things like that. Or whatever my thoughts are about Trudeau in Niagara Falls, Canada, they know hospitality as far as casinos and tourism goes. They got that figured out. Niagara Falls, New York, it doesn't. And if I'm elected, I promise to change everything, Bob Ross. Good to have you in here, my good people. Super Mario, how you been, man? How you been? All right. You and BMX, man. I think you guys been, David BMX. You guys told me keep going and everything. Mario Mendez, man. Yeah. So you know what's frustrating, my good people, when there's simple, logical solutions that are very easy answers. And why do people that are elected and are supposed to be held in a higher level of knowledge and the interworkings of things, and so you elect these officials because they're supposed to have some more knowledge in that game when they can't even get to normal thinking. They can't reach the level of common sense and logic. You think we should be progressing as time goes by instead of regressing or digressing. It's crazy stuff. No common sense at all. I mean, so I went back up there with my friend to look at the old club. I tell the old mob stories from Niagara Falls, and I wanted to see if the old club was up there in Niagara Falls. Hey, Kevin Flack. So I wanted to see if the physical building was still there of the club that I've talked about and a lot of tons of stories on this channel. And it was still there, but we're going through Niagara Falls, New York, and it's like, where's the good section? Where's the middle class section? Where's the upper class section? There is none. It's all depressed. You got the seventh wonder, one of the seven wonders of the world. How do you mess that up? There's no oversight. Well, that's political. I don't like, but New York politics, you hear about Iowa politics, uh, North Dakota politics, and other examples of states. When you enter into New York politics, New York state politics, you're on another planet. You are entering another universe. Hey, what's up with the hairdo? No porcupine tonight? Ace Ventura? Good to have you here, Kevin Flack, Julian Zimmerman, Bob Ross, IF Farmer, IH Farmer. Why do I always mess that up? I salute the farmers. I wanted to do a double header. This is a double header. And because I was thinking about years ago when you had to cross the bridge at customs, and then you have the duty-free shop. So people used to go to Canada because the dollar was strong. The American dollar was strong. So an American $100 bill could get you 130 Canadian. So you could shop over there and then come back, but you'd have to declare at the border, like at the duty-free thing, and they'd see what you had and everything. It was kind of a pain in the butt, but it was because the dollar was strong against the Canadian dollar. Excuse me, folks. And they'd say citizenship, and you'd go United States, United States, United States. they had an old Italian guy, they had an Italian guy right off the boat, and they told him, don't say anything, don't say anything. So there was 3 guys in the car, and they went citizenship, and they went U.S., U.S., and then the other guy said, everybody from this country, oh, pull over, pull over. We ain't bringing him again anymore. He can't even speak English. Pull over. You're not getting into Canada. Everybody from this country. Where's his papers? What's this? Get him out of the damn car. Oh, God bless my grandpa. So, yeah, it's so hard to believe that that that's the American side of the falls, Niagara Falls, New York. Even in the summertime, it's dark. They only got Seneca, Niagara, that dump. It's dark. There's no activity. There's no nothing. So from the hotel window, you look across the falls to Niagara Falls, Canada. It's lit up. They got the needle thing. There's merry-go-rounds. They're rocking and rolling. Everybody on the American side is looking out of the casino window at the hotel going, geez, looks like they're having fun over there. Is there anywhere to go? No. I mean, there's a 7-Eleven down the street. Geez. How did they mess that up? How did they mess that up? Political scums that been bringing that city down forever. Forever. Now, okay, let's peel it back a little bit. Let's do some what ifs. Let's play the what if game. Say there's a development place that wants to develop a part of Niagara Falls. Now, the Indians might be looking and going, oh, hold on. No, we don't want any approval. We don't want any competition. We don't want any bells and whistles. Let's just keep robbing everybody over here. And this is like a monopoly. So those councilmen and city officials, I was just wondering if they would ever get any envelopes. Hey, listen, I heard you wanted to develop a 500 room place and maybe put a resorts in there and build this up. And how come there's not 7 casinos on the American side of the border of the falls? How come there's not 7? It's one of the 7 wonders of the world. How come there's not 7 casinos, hotels, restaurants all up and down like Toronto? How come? How would we guess that? What would that answer be? What would that answer be? Envelopes. I'm guessing backdoor deals. You think the Indians might say, hey, listen, city official this or city official that. How about you just forget about those plans and we just hand you some jingle? How about that? I'm just saying. I'm just guessing. So for some compromised 2 or 3 bad actors, they take down the whole ship. It looks worse than it was. It looks worse by the day. And you let I got nothing against the Indians or anything like that, but you let a private enterprise come in. How come Niagara Falls doesn't have, it's Seneca, Niagara. So it's part of the Seneca Indian name. Where's the straight up Niagara? It's its own entity. New York State politicians, there's enough said. It's a dumpster. Nothing but a dumpster. They sit back. Everything that's common sense and logic, they do the opposite of it. But the people want to elect these people. Just let the people rot. Let the people rot. And with all that being said, New York State is still taxed higher than any other state. So here's the Vaseline, folks. Yeah, here, folks. Here's the Vaseline. Yeah, and then they defend the leaders. They defend the leaders. Big K Sal Crook, how you doing, my main man? Good evening. Yeah, that's how brainwashed and retarded half the people are. They defend the people that are oppressing them. I don't know. I'm in for the underdog. I want the people to prosper and have enough disposable income to take care of their families, go on vacations, rock and roll, enjoy life. No, no, they want it the other way. They want to fleece you and strip you of everything. And there's still people, you know, yeah, I mean, it's like it ain't the true forces of economy. It's all artificial. There's no true forces. It's no, I don't know. I had some other things, you know, but the Wise Guy Club, the club that was there, not that far. I mean, it never got it. Nobody even bought the club that I talk about in my stories. It never. The old man passed away. It's just run down. It never got renovated. I don't understand. The whole city is just depressed. They should have a surplus of money. They should have look at this $1 trillion. See what else is wrong with this effing world? Forgive me. I do these live streams, that Spectrum, those bums, the Spectrum. Wow. Michael Candinas, I'm ranting right now about Spectrum. Screw my videos. Forgive me, Brittany. But, that sickens me when I go back and look at my videos and my words don't match my mouth. And then Spectrum says, oh, well, you're $1 trillion freaking corporations, communist bums. And then I got to watch their commercials all day long. The Spectrum with their shitbox freaking commercials. Forgive me, folks. I don't know how I got on that rant. I'm sick of watching my freaking videos buffer. I'm sick. No, it's not the wind. It happens all the time when there's no wind. It happens all the time, my man. The Spectrum. And they're running those commercials around the clock. I can't even get through a live stream without it buffering. Those scums. Forgive me, folks. Forgive me. Now they're making me smoke. I'm supposed to be quitting. Now they're making me nervous. They're making me smoke. Monopoly. There's no competition. Just like Seneca, the Batavia Downs said, there's no competition. They're just monopolies, and they don't promote anything good. They mail everything in. There's no true competitive forces. There's nothing. Even the young kids playing sports, everybody gets a trophy. There's no competition anymore. There's no competition. You got theories about that, Brittany Aguirre, Punky Toots, Flair? Well, there must be a solar flare happening every day, Brittany, because my videos get buffered every day. So I guess that phenomenon is solar flare must be occurring every day in my area. Unless you work for Spectrum, I don't know. All I know is I do these videos, and my words don't, my mouth don't match the words. They want an arm and a leg for their service. Oh, well, you're in a bad area that doesn't have the right. Well, put some in there. You're still billing me. I'm still paying for the service. And they're telling me you're in the area that don't. Well, then why are you offering service then? Don't have service or have a discounted service. Because I'm getting a compromised product. How do we get on this subject? Oh, because my video was buffering again. All right. Mm. Well, Kevin, there you think there'd be see, they're eliminating the middle class. You're either wealthy or on entitlements. They don't want the middle class because the middle class could put up a bigger voice against them, their politics. Hey, Wider. So systematically speaking, they're they're playing a cutie pie game where the middle class had a lot of the movers and shakers and politicians, some that couldn't be compromised, that were for the people. But now that demographic has been reduced, and you either got the poor or the rich. Yeah. Thank you, Brittany. Brittany Punky too. So I like that name, Brittany. I'm into names and words. So it's a shame that this New York State has the highest taxes. We have the Adirondack Mountains. They got the Catskills down there. They got Lake Placid, They got tourism that should be flourishing. Why is there a budget deficit every year? Why do hardworking people have to carry the load? Because they know that the poor people that sit around for that political party, they'll go out and vote so they could sit on their asses and do nothing. So they know they're more proactive to go out and vote. In New York State, they could sit back and watch Jerry Springer all day instead of going out into the workforce. There's help wanted signs in every window up and down the streets. How are people just sitting around getting entitlements? I don't know. They keep feeding those entitlement people, and they'll bring the voting registrars, knock right on their door. They don't even have to get in their car to go vote. So they could keep running this machine. New York State been the worst political state in the nation for years. For years. That's why I did those videos that the population of the thinking, the young couple, the young married couple, 25 years old, got one child. They left. They went to another state. They're fleeing New York State like rats on a sinking ship. They're fleeing. That demographic is gone. They had enough of that, paying high taxes, putting in extra shifts at the job. That's New York State. New York State. So the hardworking people gotta carry the weight for the rest of the people that are just. But 90% of the slackers will go vote for those politicians, so they're able to keep slacking. They don't have to go even through job searches anymore. Once upon a time, they'd have to go fill out things for job searches just so they could say, just so they could prove that they could say, I can't find a job. Well, there's help wanted signs in every freaking business that you go down the road now. So they don't even do that cat and mouse, that little merry-go-round shell game. They don't even do that. It's just so transparent, they don't even care anymore. They're at the point where they don't hide it anymore. That's all. Niagara Falls, one of the seven wonders of the world. It's a desolate, it's a desolate, dark at night dump. Dump. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. See the spectrum? Uh, a commercial. I actually got a commercial. It ain't a damn commercial for me, bro. I want commercials. Sorry. I want ads in my views. Sorry, bro. I've done 500 things. About time I start to generate some money. Sorry, bro. It's about time I grab 8 cents for a commercial or 6 cents. Sorry, bro. Sorry about that 8 cents I'm grabbing. Sorry. I didn't know when it was going to happen. I got 1,000 subs, my man. I got 1,000 subs, so it's supposed to kick in. It's nothing. I rely on Super Chat, but that's, I just rock and roll whatever happens or something. That's all. But I find it tough how a young couple, husband, wife, 2 kids, and in this socioeconomic situation of New York State. Thank you, Mr. Fleck. I wonder, well, they just take it on the chin. The people just take it on the chin, and then they go vote for the same people that are screwing them over. Big Sal Crook, BK Sal Crook. Thank you for your support, man. So I don't know. I want to do a double header today, and check you guys out. Kevin Flack, K-Cell Crook, Brittany Aguirre. I like the way you spell Brittany. Wyatt Earp. I know I got AIH Farmer. And Kevin Flack, Michael Candinas. You're a one-sentence man. Michael Candinas. Big K-Cell Crook. Man, they got good names. Bob Ross, he comes in here. Julian Zimmerman. Thank you. And Mario Mendez, man, Super Mario, he was here when I had like, he was giving me confidence way back. Mario Mendez, man, thank you. I appreciate everybody's support, but I've done 492 videos. It took 8 months to get 4 subscribers. It's a tough road, but he was in my chat. He might be the only guy for 97 videos. It might be me and Mario Mendez. It's just him and Leon Swan and David BMX. I try to also motivate and inspire on my channel too. I like to tell stories. I like to be a good storyteller, try to be entertaining, then divulge into certain things like this Niagara Falls rant and all that, and then just commune with the people. This is a community show. So I like that aspect of it. And I was sticking to it no matter what happened, because I ain't got any friends but you guys. I don't have any other friends. You guys are the only friends I got. Hey, buy stocks. Hey, you didn't come in at the last second of the video this time. Yeah, the Canadian side is much better. How could New York State mess that up? I know most of the people are from other geographical areas, but Niagara Falls, New York, if you rode down there right in that area, it's dark, it's depressed. There's one casino. It's an Indian casino, Seneca, Niagara. They only pay a little small money out to the American government, Niagara Falls. And why are they getting ready? Why are they able to run that racket? How come there's no American casinos at Niagara Falls, New York? Why? That'd be the first thing you want to put up there. You get millions of tourists that come in on a bus. They get off the bus. They look at the falls. They get back on the bus, and they're shipped out of town again. That's tens of millions of dollars that's being lost. Who are the politicians that are messing that up? That's what this show was about, or is about, or trying to be about. Then I'm looking across the river, across the falls to Niagara Falls, Canada, and it's lit up like a freaking carnival circus, rocking and rolling action, and it's dark over here. And this New York, yeah, let me tell you, folks, this New York State is worse than the mafia families of crime. They're worse gangsters because you guys know the answer to why it's not like that on the New York side, on the American side of the falls. You know the answer to that. So, with that being said, they're worse than the Colombos, Gambinos, Genovese, Lucchese. They're worse. They're worse than all of them. They're worse than all of them. Straight up and down. So doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense at all. They got the yeah, it's most of the people when you go up to the Canadian side of the falls and all that action, most of the license plates are from New York State license plates or Pennsylvania or other states. When you go to Niagara Falls, Canada, and you just look at the cars in the parking lots, the cars' license plates, they're getting out of New York to go rock and roll somewhere else. We're losing all those dollars. Go put in an extra shift at the factory, Billy, to support your 3 kids. And then these same people defend these politicians. Swampland. Got some swampland for sale. So I just want to do a doubleheader video today and say hello to you guys. Big Sal Crook, Big K Sal Crook. Thanks for coming in here. You know, sometimes I do the videos early and I know some people aren't available to come in. So it's good that maybe they could catch up because, I want to touch base with everybody that's been supporting me. You know, I'm glad I caught you, Super Mario, too. You know, when people, I don't want to get wishy washy, but a lot of times I get wishy washy. Life in general, there's people that come and go, and people bounce off of us in any capacity of our comings and goings. But there's certain people that can change your thinking and your confidence just by simple things, and it could change the way you think, your trajectory, and everything else. So there's some people that have been subscribed to my channel way back because I pump things out and I'm battle tested. But when you do 172 videos and you only got 19 subscribers, it's a little discouraging. That's a little discouraging. you know. And then you got Super Mario Mendez coming in and David BMX and Leon Swan, who might be the only 3 guys that ever come in the comments because my views would have my videos would end up having 17 views after 2 weeks. The lowest numbers on planet Earth. And the only 3 people commenting is Mario Mendez, Leon Swan, and David BMX. And they were saying, no, go ahead, Joe. Keep going. Now, I claim to be confident and stuff like that, but you still get beat down. You still get beat down, and it's just like, yeah, I like doing this, my friends, but it's kind of getting discouraging after a while. Excuse me. I'm starting to get a little discouraged after 274 videos and 32 subscribers. So I was thinking at that rate, I'd have to do like 20,000 videos to get like 1,000 subscribers. If you do the math, something along that. I'm a numbers guy, but this is just an example in case somebody goes back and does the math and says I'm wrong. So, no, Kevin, that just went away. Them guys are probably going to be charged. That guy's going to be charged and everything. But they still got those Barney Fife security guards in there that can't go hands on. That's the story, folks, about Batavia Downs when the police officer come in and got murdered, because they have security guards at Batavia Downs and they're just fluffs. They're just Barney Fifes that just, they don't have a gun. They don't have nothing. And their policy is they can't touch anybody. So if somebody's getting smashed around on the floor, they got to stand there and watch, and they got to wait for the police to come. But they should have bouncers on site. So if I'm in there and somebody's smashing me up, hang in there, Joe. When the police get here, what are the security guards going to just say? Well, hang in there. They could put you back together like Humpty Dumpty after you get to the hospital, because our policy is we can't have hands on. Really? Then what are you doing in a uniform for? Why aren't there bouncers? There should be 3 policemen in uniform. That poor guy got overtaken by that the other guy, and nobody jumped in to rescue him. Not even the patrons. Not even the patrons. Well, they didn't like that. That's why I got barred from Batavia Downs for life. That's why I got barred, because I did that editorial. And they could stick that dump. I'm not losing sleep over not being able to go to Batavia Downs Casino. That dump. That complete dump. So that's what happened there. That's what happened there. What else we got? Oh, there's a lot of lawsuits that are going on against Batavia Downs as we speak. Get in line. Get in line. I got discriminated. The lawyers are all political. They don't even want to take my case. They don't even want to take my case because I did editorials. Because of my comments, I thought there was still freedom of speech, but because of my comments, you are no longer here. Well, I thought there was freedom of speech. And all these lawyers running around Western New York are so afraid of the political power that Batavia Downs has that they don't want to file a suit for me. That's what you're dealing with New York State and Batavia, New York, and Batavia Downs. That's what you're dealing with. That's how they run stuff, and they get away with it. But there's other lawsuits about the workers there, the women worker there that are having harassment lawsuits against some of the workers, their fellow workers. Some of those girls are filing lawsuits against some of the people that work there, and I don't know what happened after that. But I've left that alone. I mean, and moved on. Excuse me, this coffee. Because you can't stay stuck in crap and just keep, oh, they did me wrong. I got to move on. I got bigger and better things to go on. They're not keeping me down. They're not keeping me down. Let them demons do what they do. Let them do what they do. So they're moving the Brown Stadium from downtown. Yeah. Wyatt Earp. I used to like to go years ago to Woodbine Raceway. I think it was Mohawk years ago, for the harness racing. In the 70s, I was a kid. I was young. I used to like to go up there for the harness racing. It was like hilly and mountainous, but it was nice. I like the horse races, thoroughbred and standard bred. Good time. So, what else we got here? What else we got going on here? I know it's Friday night, and I know, but I just wanted to catch some of the people that might not have had a chance to come in during the other times because their schedules might be different and things. So I like to get a chance to talk to my community here and touch base. I had some ideas for stories and ideas for the next keep it going. Got to keep the train moving. So that's that. I appreciate everybody that comes in here and help me out. Yeah, I was over to Northfield track, Thistledown horse track over here. Yeah, I think that's Hard Rock too. Hard Rock Casino. They got the Hard Rock Casino over there too in Cleveland or Northfield area. So that's that. I think this is the actual very first video where there's actually been an ad in it. Took close to 500 videos, but at least it's a start. If I get higher numbers, and then it'll keep adding up. 10 cents here, 20 cents here, 18, it could accumulate. It could feed on itself. Because if I could ever start getting in the algorithm a little higher, where I get 35,000 views in one live stream, or after I'm done with a live stream, and a video has 35,000 views in 6 days, if I could get to those numbers, then that would be good. I mean, but you just got to keep taking baby steps till you get there. I've come this far, stage 1. So got to start somewhere. I tell all you folks, don't give up, I tell you guys, don't give up no matter what. You got to keep pumping. You got to keep pumping out there. Someday you catch a break. Think positive and keep going. Keep going. You might catch on that last attempt. That last attempt, you don't give up. You might keep going. So I'm trying to give the same support back to you folks that like you gave to me early on. Leon Swan, David BMX, Mario Mendez. They said, no, go, keep doing it, Joe. You do a good show. That's all right. I was thinking, no, I think my show's crappy. I got 9 views. So the support is back and forth support. Sometimes we get beat up a little. We gotta keep each other up, dust them off, and put them back in the game. Because then you still got a chance to rise up. So that's that. Be the kings and queens of your world. Don't give up. We know the world is a vampire. It wants your blood. So we have to protect ourselves and our thinking and everything and stay positive the best we can. There's enough stuff to get us peed off about things. Yeah, we can look at them and address them, but we still have to maintain that positive essence. because there's the only way we can grow in every area of our life is if we're still thinking in a positive manner. All bets are off if we're pissed off about this and that. All bets are off. You're not gonna progress. So thank you, Max Meeks, Kevin Flack, James McCarthy, Wyatt Earp, IH Farmer, Buy Stocks, Big K Sell Crook, my man. Thank you for your support. Brittany Aguirre, thank you. Wyatt Earp, Super Mario Mendez, Michael Condinas, Bob Ross, Julian Zimmerman, thank you, folks. Super Mario Mendez. Eminem, I love you, bro. I love you. So thank you, everybody. Have a great weekend. Stay safe and stay great. Okay? Thank you for your support. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you.